All right, this should be a cool video. This is track 10 at the Mule Shoe Conservation Area. We're actually parked in the conservation area and we're looking at the property as we speak. So this tract borders the county road and then the conservation area along its entire south side. The truck is parked in a little cleared area in the conservation area, and the land is directly across the road. And I think we're gonna get a good look at this property. This is this is about a 10-minute drone video, so we're really gonna to check this baby out, which is fantastic. This is kind of a springtime drone video. You'll see that not all the leaves are out. Most of them are, but they haven't matured, so we've got all these different colors of green, which is pretty cool. Looking northerly. And now off to the northwest, you can see the Little Niangua River. You can see the conservation area. As we look straight west, almost straight west, you can see the county road continuing. So on the left of the county road is all Mule Shoe Conservation Area. On the right, you've got this private tract, and then 3 other private tracts as you look westerly, and then it's the conservation area as well. So huge tract of conservation area that directly borders this property. Can't quite see the truck, but it's in that little cleared area on the left side of the road, which is within the Mule Shoe Conservation Area, and land on the right as we look to the west. Oh, okay, so we're gonna face west, but we're gonna drift northerly as we look at, well, I'm not sure. We'll see as we go here. We're basically directly over the property. Now we're looking at the Mule Shoe Conservation Area on the other side. You can see the property as you go off the county road. It stays level for a while and then dips down to a valley area. Although right now we're checking out the conservation area and the Little Niangua River, which is within the conservation area. You've got great access to that river and obviously to the conservation area, which is essentially adjoining this property on the south side. Makes it very private. No one's going to build across the road from you because it is conservation land, which is open for hunting and camping and whatnot, so you can use that. But oh, here we go. So now we're headed north. We missed the part where it sloped down to the valley, and then it rose back up again. And then toward the north part of the property, it rises up, and then there's a fairly level area according to the topo map on about the north third of the property. The hunting out here is phenomenal. White-tailed deer and turkey hunting. You can definitely hunt on your own property, but the other big deal is you can hunt in that conservation area as well. So now we're flying back southerly from about the north side, and you can see where it goes. You can see that valley area as we look kind of toward the sun now. The valley's really popping out at us. Okay, so that's going to be the fairly level area on the north part of the property. And that kind of looks like a trail. We really didn't see any, other than what we're seeing right now, we didn't see any sign of any trail or driveway on this property. So potential to create some instant value on this tract if you were to create a driveway going in off the county road. The coolest thing would be to get it to that north side, to where that larger level area is. That would create a ton of value for this property. So still looking southerly. In the base of that valley is where we found that little creek bed. And I don't know if we'll see it in this drone video or not. It's definitely going to be a seasonal creek bed. It's not going to be a year-round creek bed, but the 2 or 3 times we were out there, it was flowing to some extent. But I'm not sure we captured that. And I think it's right at the bottom of the screen, maybe. Oh, no, maybe right. It's hard to see. Once the leaves are on the trees, it is really tough to see any creek bed because some of these trees are massive. Mostly hardwood, like I think we said earlier, I don't remember. Red oak, white oak, hickory. The guys have found black walnut trees out here. They found a lot of nut-bearing trees, like beech nut or something like that. More trees than we could ever identify. Looking westerly and drifting back to the north. I think we're trying to get an eye on that creek bed. I think that's what's going on with this lengthy drone flight here. It's giving us a good shot of the valley. So that's obviously the low point on the property, and it rises up from each side as you go north and south from that valley area. If this were a wintertime drone video, we'd probably see that that creek bed really clearly, but once these leaves come out, it gets tricky. Heavily wooded means super private. So you create a driveway or site a few hundred feet back into the property, and oh, I bet that's the creek bed right in the middle. Yeah, you can see, oh, we just went over it. It was toward the top right of the screen. You could see actually the flowing water. But he's found it here as well. So yeah, it was definitely flowing the day this video was taken. Toward the middle, and then we just saw it toward the upper left before he zoomed in. Well, we lost it. But it's there. It may or may not be flowing when you go to explore the property, but it was flowing when this video was taken. Conservation area is really kind of special because it has a couple of camping areas, and we've been told you can camp for free in the conservation area up to 14 days in a 30-day period. So if you come to visit your property and you want to spend a couple days, clearing perhaps a driveway or a building site, you could potentially just camp in the conservation area, which is just right there, really. The camping areas are about a mile to the west, so a minute or two from the property. And then that would enable you to kind of work on the property throughout the day and go back to your campsite at night. Oh, now we're checking out the creek bed as well. We've drifted a little bit to the west. I'm not positive that this particular spot is on tract 10. This looks suspiciously like a spot on tract 9 that we saw. But it's still going to give you a good idea about the creek bed, which is clearly flowing. You can see the movement in there. It was flowing when this video was taken, for sure. But again, seasonal creek, not a year-round creek. But yeah, I mean, awesome tract. As far as the mature timber, the timber on the property, you can't cut or remove the timber until the property's been paid for in full. But obviously, to really create a driveway or a site, at some point you've got to remove some timber. So you'll need written permission from us, but we've got a simple program in place to help people out with that. You can just get a hold of us for details on that. I mean, you can't log it. We're not going to give you written permission to take, thousands and thousands of dollars of hardwood timber off the property, unless you make a monster down payment, I guess. But as far as removing some trees for an improvement like a driveway or a site, we make that pretty simple, and we can often get you written permission, maybe not the same day, but sometimes, but often the next day. So again, just give us a call if you have any questions about that. So red truck parked actually in the conservation area and facing the county road and then the property. And that particular truck, the spot where the truck is parked, I think is roughly in the center of the road frontage of the property, maybe a little east of center. But you'll see that particular clearing when you go to if you zoom in with the map, you'll be able to see that. So it actually makes it easy to locate this particular tract, because you'll see that small clearing on the south side and then the property on the north side. Beautiful tract, a ton of potential on this one. Seldom do we have properties that border public land. In this case, not only do you have the public land right there, but you've got the direct county road frontage along the entire south side. You've got the mature timber. You've got the Little Niangua River within the conservation area. So I mean, hunting, fishing, all that good stuff, you're pretty much covered here. So awesome property. Looking east, conservation land on the right, property on the left. Beautiful tract. That's tract 10 in the Mule Shoe Conservation, at the Mule Shoe Project, I should say. and looking north at the property. Gorgeous. Give us a call if you have any questions. We would love to chat with you.